Money Matters is brought to you by St. Germain Investment Management, leading invest.
Welcome back. The calendar might say January, but April 15th is just around the corner. Joining us for today's Money Matters with some tax season tips, Michael Kinsley from the IRS. Michael, thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning, Joy.
We really need your help. So first thing, it's very stressful thinking about tax season. What do you do to make it all a little bit easier?
That's a good point. Stressful. The stress can be handled by the general public or the taxpayer with a little research, with a little record keeping. Most people avoid record keeping. We find that to be most of the problem. The IRS likes records.
So what kind of records should we be putting together?
Well, first of all, as you say, it's January now, and people are getting nervous, or they go to the preparer April 10th. The record keeping started January 1st of last year. You're filing your 09 tax return. So most people don't take that into consideration over the year. They don't have the shoebox on the refrigerator. They neglect to keep records, and now they're scrambling.
Yes.
So we find tragedies when we wait on people, like a babysitter is self-employed.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have any records of deductions, therefore she's paying a tax on her total income. So we advise people at Vita sites or AARP, we sort of advise them to keep better records over the tax year. That tax year is over now.
Right, right. So it's a little late now.
Yeah, it's a little late now.
Yeah,
yes.
Scramble. So when we're preparing for everything, obviously questions come up. You know, for a layperson, what do you suggest to just kind of answer some of those general questions?
The general research indication, research has never been better. We now have IRS.gov, one of the world's biggest websites. We have this as a Pub 17, Joy. And the best part of a Pub 17, if you can't get on the internet, order a Pub 17 1-800-TAX form, use the glossary, and find the answers. Don't neglect topics that can save you a lot of money by just avoiding them.
Okay.
So too many people avoid the topic.
Now, you know, can you give us very basically, just really quickly, how do you file, the basics?
How do you file? The biggest growth product in the IRS and the best way to file is electronically. We have volunteer income tax sites, AARP, you can file yourself. The huge growth is filing online, where people go on the internet, free file for the lower income. They buy software at Best Buys or wherever, and they load it, or they just link online and do their own tax return. There still is paper. 1 out of 5 paper returns get sent back.
Okay, so that's great. Great that you gave us that tip. That means that I know what I'm going to do. I will file online. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Okay, Logan, back over to you.
As you can see, Joy Lim Nakrin made her way over there. Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
It is gorgeous. Look what I've got a new kitchen.
Aww.
I've got a gorgeous assistant.
Oh, you're
this
so
is
sweet.
the best. I love
been
Fox
promoted
61.
to your assistant, not just your
No,
food taster.
you're my chef de cuisine.
Oh, well, he's trying to teach me. I need a lot of work.
No, I think you've got it down already. She's caramelized our celery and our onion in some butter with salt and pepper. And then remember when we talked about using less expensive, higher quality ingredients. These are our day old corn muffins that we got at a natural bakery. And we crumpled them up. And now we're going to make a stuffing.
Oh, wow.
For our turkey.
Ooh.
Just this simply, Joy. And look, just stir that up. Now we're going to flavor this one with some fresh tarragon.
Do you grow that at your...
We do.
Oh, at your vineyard.
We grow the herb, baby.
So that's broth, right?
That is
that's
vegetable broth. You know, Joy, I always make my dressings with... because you can use the gravy on the turkey on your stuffing and on your dressing. So I always use vegetable stock because, you know, there's a lot of vegetarians now. And that way they can have your side dishes. And I only use the meat products in like the turkey or the ham or whatever else we're making for the holiday. Now, it's just that simple. We're going to put it right in our casserole dish. And it's ready to pop in the oven tomorrow. We're going to cover it, bake it in a 300-degree oven, then take off the top and let the top crisp up, and boom, we're done. Now we're going to do a savory walnut stuffing. Okay. Look at how fast this is. Same way.
I will pretend I did not see how much butter you just put in.
Well, I'm sorry. This is one holiday where you cook for flavor and memory. You don't cook for anything else. So we've got butter. This time you can use pecans or walnuts We've got some Chef Dave at the Heritage Trail Cafe has some pumpkin bread that was day old and some rye bread. We're going to mix all that in there, and now we've got the difference is the walnut versus the tarragon. Boom, we're done. 2 stuffings, couple of minutes. Let's prep the turkey real fast.
And the rest of it, it just, because to me this doesn't look very cooked, but I guess that's the point.
Well, then you put it in the oven tomorrow. The thing is, Joy, is we want to do it ahead. Do as much today as we can, so tomorrow's just heat and serve. Okay. Now, you know, how long did she say it in here?
Yeah, Irene says you have a minute and a half left.
Well, that's enough to prep the turkey. Okay, thank you. My earpiece is
Irene's a producer, by the way.
Yes. She talks to me in my ear and lets me know how long we have. If I could get this darn glove on. Now, I don't like to touch raw meat. I have a real problem with it. Don't like it. I don't even eat it very often. But very simple. I don't stuff the turkey with anything but an onion. It's very unhealthy. You have to get this turkey overdone in order for the stuffing to be truly healthy. We've got an onion in there. We've got some more tarragon in there. And we have some, what did we decide this was?
Wow. This is did you say thyme or rosemary?
And don't forget to take out the pack of gizzards if it has it. The neck, I just leave right in the pan.
This is the neck?
That's the neck of the bird. And that makes a better gravy, so I leave that right in the pan. Then we're going to take some gorgeous olive oil from Greece.
Wow.
We're going to take some salt, pepper, garlic powder, rub it in.
Okay.
Now we're going to cover it tightly. We're going to bake it roast it 22 minutes per pound at 300. We're going to take off the foil for the last 2 hours of cooking and have the perfect bird. This is an all-natural bird. It's got the pop-up.
Okay.
Thanksgiving in one segment.
Yum, I think I can even do it myself.
I know you can.
And that's saying a lot. I think I'm about to be attacked by a velociraptor. They have, woo! Sarah, he really did scare me, but now I've actually met the guy behind the suit, so I'm having trouble, thinking that he's really gonna bite me. But this is my raptor friend over here. He's a Utah raptor. His real name is Chad. You're gonna meet him in a second and see what he's like as a person. Well, he's just one of 17 different dinosaurs here at this show, Walking with Dinosaurs. 5 of the dinosaurs are suit performers, just like Chad here. 12 of them are life-sized dinosaurs that they're calling animatronic, which are basically like robots, what you're seeing when you're looking at this footage. But as for these suit performers, what's it like back there? How did they make it so lifelike? Have a listen to what Chad had to say. You go around like biting people and attacking people, right?
No, that's not really the main part of my job. The main part of my job is to be part of the show and really, make sure that, we like to have the show feel like almost like a circus. Like you don't really notice that the animals aren't necessarily actually alive.
Did you have to practice all the dinosaur moves?
Yes, yeah. We spent a month just sort of developing the way that we might think the dinosaurs would move. We watched a lot of nature documentaries, thought about the biomechanics of how a creature of that size would get around and what its behavior would be like.
Okay, he's back behind me. This is Chad, right? So he actually scared the heck out of me when he first came out and tried to bite me. Now I know he's a really nice guy under there. You can check him out, the raptor, not Chad, over the weekend. Of course, today, tomorrow, and Sunday. After that, the show is leaving town, so make sure that you get the tickets before they go extinct, as they like to say here. You can also find out information about how to get those tickets and when the shows are on fox61.com. Sarah and Rachel?
Joy, it looks like he's flirting with you.
Yeah,
you have a date with a dinosaur later?
A dinosaur or Chad, one or the other.
I
don't know.
I might hang out with the raptor later, and maybe Chad can come along.
Okay.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Well, thanks, Joy.